Hey y'all, welcome back to the continuation of this style. So now I will be showing you how I dip the ends of her braids. I start off by putting a towel around the client's neck for that extra security. I also like to dip in sections, so I always start out with the back and I comb through the ends just so they won't tangle, but sometimes they still tend to tangle once they hit the hot water, which is fine. I just take them out and comb through again and keep dipping until there are no more tangles. And then I go through and absorb as much water as I can so the water won't drip on my client. When doing this technique, you have to be extremely careful. The water is extremely hot. On this kettle, I'm not able to change the temperature. All I do is fill it with water, press the lever, and then the water will boil. It probably take about 5 minutes. And then once the water has reached the predetermined temperature, it'll just stop. And then, of course, I get the water and then proceed with this part. I can say this is the part that scares some clients, especially if they are new because they've never had me do this to them. But like the majority of the people who have come to me for braids regularly, they know I got this. I've never burned anyone. Thank you, Jesus. But I take my time, and before I even set the water near us, I make sure that I have the space to be able to sit the kettle down. I also make sure that it's on level surface because I don't want to risk it falling. Even though it'll fall and hit the floor, that water is gonna splat. So I just try to be very careful when it comes to this because I don't want to get burnt and I don't want to be responsible for burning someone. So you just have to have great coordination and pay attention to detail and just be careful with what you're doing. Now I can say sometimes the kids will be a little scared and start flinching, and I have to tell them, like, look y'all, I am not gonna burn you. I've been doing this forever. I'm careful with it. But of course they see steam and then they are instantly afraid. So I have to talk them through it. Like, you're gonna cause me to burn you because you keep flinching and moving. Just relax and tilt your head the way I tell you to tilt your head, and we're good. See, she just chilling. I've been doing her hair since she was like 4, and I believe she might be 8 or 9 now. So she's accustomed to this. Now, sometimes I have to get on her, like, girl, pay attention, put that phone down, get off TikTok, just be still, let me dip these braids, and then you can go back to moving and doing what you got to do. But look, you have to chill right now. I also would say that using the hot water gets rid of some of the stiffness in the braids. The parts of the braid that I dip in the water is dependent on the length of the client's hair. The client has long hair, of course, that much of the braid is not going in that hot water because it's damaging to the client's actual hair. It shouldn't take longer than 10 seconds for the ends to silk out. If it's taking longer than 10 seconds, then more than likely the ends are not going to go straight, and that's because of the brand of hair that you use. There's only certain brands that I use, and if my clients come with the wrong brand, I let them know these ends are not going to silk out because 9 times out of 10, I've already used their hair, or I can tell by how the hair will react just by knowing which fiber it is. So sometimes it won't work, and then you're left with cute braids, and then the ends would be coarse looking, ragged, and just not cute. Also, as a point of reference, I use the Queen Bee braiding hair by Urban Beauty. So there are pretty much 3 brands that I tell my clients are acceptable, and Queen Bee is actually number 2 on my list. We are finally done. I have her ends together. Now I can proceed with the next video, which will be the finishing touches. Thanks for watching.